boy! Oh boy! Right. All right. So this constituency has a voter population of over 60,000 Ghanaians, and so it's a very important and significant constituency going into the 2024 December polls. Amy Bright, good morning.
Good morning, sweetheart.
It's great to see you. You look lovely.
Thank you very much. Good morning to all our viewers, listeners. Good morning to all of Ghana. Welcome to Tema Central.
Thank you for having us. The atmosphere is really charged. This is one of the first constituencies we have arrived at to find there's a full-blown rally going on, waiting for us. Is this how it always is?
Well, it's taking some doing. Tema Central used to be very boring politically. You know, it was just considered a stronghold of the MPP, and everybody and everything was taken for granted. But we were determined that political gains for we, the constituents, were going to go way and beyond the usual partisan politics, and to have a new era of inclusivity, a new era of activity, so that the people, the constituents, feel a lot more involved. They're more active in the political process. And like you're saying, there's a full-blown rally. And as you can see, as active and as boisterous as it is very peaceful.
Yes.
So this is a new Tema Central.
All right, let's try not to cross the cameras. Let's try not to cross the cameras. All right. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. Let's try not to cross the cameras.
Well,
all right, yes.
Like I was saying, this is the new Tema Central, where there are active participants on both sides.
Okay.
Where finally, you know, there's not just one political party here. We also exist. We're a strong force, and we're looking forward to better decisions because of it.
Well, I should congratulate you for being able to, I don't know, turn things around in terms of the excitement in the constituency going into the elections. Like you said, in the past, we, at least in news media, considered Tema Central Constituency as an MPP stronghold, and so it was an MPP stronghold, and that's what it was. But coming here today and seeing the full-blown rally outside, and the people who have come with you, it looks like you've whipped up some excitement going into the elections. But let me speak to our brothers on this side. Good morning. Can we have a microphone? Good morning, Mr. Fossey.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
How do you feel seeing your people out here in charge like this?
Come here.
How do you feel seeing your people out here in charge like this?
This is a UPTT. Here's a U.
All right. All right. Mipa Macho. Get up and tell them to come. All right. All right. All right. Please tell your supporters to calm down. Tell your supporters to calm down. Amy, tell them to calm down. Yes, tell them to calm down. All right. Calm down. All right. I'll go. All right. Mepa Macho, manye dia, yen tishi. Why? Into yenye di na yentie. Yenye di na yentie. Why? Yenye di na yentie. Tema Central.
Hello.
Tema Central. We are here to prove
to the whole constituency and the whole of Ghana why Abi Bright should be MP. So please, let us have calm. I beg you. So please, let us commit to calm. I beg you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Abi. All right. Mr. Forson, how are you?
Fine.
I'm great. Thank you for having us in your constituency. Thank you for hosting us. And when we host Community Manifesto, normally our expectation is that people in the community will come out to speak to their leaders to find out exactly what their expectations are going into the 2024 elections. But it's beginning to look like we might be having a debate today between you and Abi Bright. And we will also speak to the people to find out what their expectations are. But before we begin our conversation this morning, can you just tell us briefly, this constituency has been known as an MPP stronghold. Going into the elections 2024, what should we expect?
I mean, we expect a total win. The MPP expect a total win. In that, we've done so much for the constituency. And as a person, I'm doing same for the constituency. And going to the election, we expect nothing less than 76% win. That is why we believe that we are going to retire almost every NDC in Tema Central for them to join the MPP fold after December 7th.
You are going to retire the NDC, you said?
Of course, we are going to. Now, our vote dropped a little, but we're going to move it to 73%. Yes.
Say that again.
Our vote in 2020, we came down a little above 60%, but we're going to move it to somehow 73%. That is what we are going to. We are going to retire her permanently.
You're going to retire her permanently.
Permanently.
But let's talk about
permanently.
Let's talk about the real issues on the ground. Now, what are some of the things or solutions that the NPP seeks to bring to the people of Tema Central constituency? We've had a few conversations with people who live here since we arrived, and some of the things they have complained about or asked about is youth unemployment, security, sanitation, the roads. These are 4 key issues that I have gathered since I entered the constituency this morning. Can you speak to any of these things and the solutions you intend to bring to them if you become MP?
I'll speak to all 4.
Okay.
Youth unemployment is so high in our constituency.
Right.
As a president, I'm partnering about 50 institutions, each giving them a seed capital of 20,000 to be given to 10.
You are currently partnering 50 institutions?
Yes.
I see. Which institutions?
No, I can't mention them, but they are out there. The youth are out there.
Are they based in Tema?
Yes, they are out the Tema Central constituency.
And they are giving seed capital to young people?
2,000 cities each institution. We are partnering 10 youth from each of the 50 institutions. So in all, I believe that by close of this year, I'll be able to empower not less than 500 youth in my constituency, out of my own pocket.
Out of your own pocket?
Yes.
But is that a sustainable way to do it?
Come on.
Is that sustainable?
Yes, it is.
Now, there are a lot of factories here in Tema. And so,
come to that.
All right.
My good friend who has a steel plant, just last week we were able to employ as many as 21 of our youth in there. I have the links. I'm talking to most corporate bodies who would have. But you see, I'm a businessman myself. I cannot go beyond the threshold of employing. Maybe if my organization can employ not more than 100, I cannot go beyond that because it's a going concern. All that I'm saying is, because of the lack, I'm in my own capacity, I'm creating that enabling environment by empowering the youth with seed capital.
In your own capacity?
Yes.
All right, so you're talking on youth and unemployment. Let's talk about security.
Sewage.
Sewage, okay.
Out of
sanitation.
my own pocket, we've started sewage maintenance. Every Saturday, Sunday, and holidays, we go from each electoral area to. So now we've done almost all, we are solving almost all the sewage situations in the constituency out of my own pocket.
Out of your own pocket?
Yes.
Your personal money?
Come again?
Your personal money?
Yes, my personal money.
But is it sustainable to use your personal money to
It
solve the sewage problems in the entire constituency?
So now if you go to Committee 8, it's almost solved all. You go to Committee 7, it's almost solved all. When you go to Committee 4, we're there throughout the holidays.
So there's almost no sewage problem in this constituency as at now?
I'm sure by the close of this month, all sewage issue will be a thing of the past.
Okay.
And security. I've spoken to the regional police command. I've secured street lights from this week. We've started
street lights?
Yes, street lights.
Okay.
We are brightening almost every corner in the constituency. And the police.
So the street lights are up now?
Yes, we have started.
You have started?
Yes, we started, yes.
And this started when? When did it start?
We have our electoral area. We began this week. We have our electoral area coordinators, whom we are working with. The party uses the electoral area coordinator structure.
You began this week?
Yes.
Why have you waited to begin this week?
Ottawa. When you go to Ottawa, we started.
I see.
Yes.
All right. And the final issue, roads.
Roads, yes.
And infrastructure.
Tema Central, we have most of the good roads. However, we have some fewer inner roads which are deplorable.
The inner city roads.
Yes. Last week I was at the urban roads. We are doing our possible best to fix the road, the inner road in front of better Methodist Cooperative. It's a major road. Roman St. Joseph. We intend fixing it before the election. So, give or take, I think by close of the year we'll do about three of the major roads. There's a bypass from Kaiser Flat up to Tamawide just here.
One of the major issues that come up during elections are questions about whether or not it is the responsibility of the member of parliament or member of parliament aspirant to do things like fixing roads and bringing infrastructure developments to the constituency.
No, I don't believe that the member of parliament is responsible for fixing the road. However, the person can lobby. The person can tap into corporate social responsibility of other corporations to fix it.
So are you currently lobbying for these things to be done, or are you promising to do it as a member of parliament?
No, I'm lobbying.
You are lobbying?
Yes, I'm lobbying.
All right, so let me talk to you, AB. AB, so just as I asked Mr. Forson, there are... All right, so... There are 4 key issues which the young people on the streets of your constituency have brought to my attention since I came here today. They've spoken about youth unemployment. They've spoken about security, sanitation and sewage issues, and some of the inner city roads which they believe need looking at. Can you speak to any of these issues? Let's start with youth unemployment.
Thank you very much. On behalf of the people of Tema Central, the youth especially, and I'm one of them, I am outraged at Mr. Charles Forson. And I feel righteous enough to express my anger because I'd like to ask him, when it comes to youth unemployment, he's a businessman as he claims. Number one, you're giving seed capital of 2,000 cedis to youth. How many youth? To do what? As a businessman, what does he need most today? Is it capital or does he need opportunity? 2,000 cedis into his business creates what? When you don't create the enabling environment, how does that benefit the youth? We have Tema Central, which used to house workers. We have the industries in our own industrial area. We have the heavy and the light industrial area. And the residencies which used to house workers. You have companies that are collapsed because they're not sustainable, they're not viable. We're looking at things that produce or provide solutions on a mass sustainable scale. So you asked him a very key question which he failed to tap into. Is it sustainable? Giving 2,000 cedis to youth without any business support, without any guidance. How do you manage startups with 2,000 cedis in this economy? Why don't you address the issues which make our youth not employable? Why don't you address the issues which make it impossible for them to sustain small businesses, no matter how little or how big the capital? So for me, it's a very fundamental issue that I don't appreciate him toying with.
What plans do you have to address the issue of youth unemployment should you be elected member of parliament?
Thank you very much. I made reference to the heavy industrial area which house our companies. These are companies which largely employ from outside the constituency. You asked him a question, are these people resident in Tema Central? The youth unemployment is high in Tema Central without the notice of the rest of the country, because the companies that we house are not employing our residents. Because we're not training. We need to train the youth to fulfill the responsibilities of the designations that are waiting for them in the companies. We're looking at a 24-hour economy. It means improved or increased production. It means that we're supposed to support these businesses to thrive. But if they thrive and they are recruiting from outside the constituency, of what use is it to us? The first 2 times I stood, I was talking primarily to the residents of Tema Central and explaining to them about opportunities for them. But today, I have the added portfolio of representing the businesses in Tema Central and reminding them of their responsibility towards the community that houses them. So I cannot be an MP only for the residents and to share money to residents, but I must be an MP who makes sure that the companies are thriving so that they take up their responsibility to employ our youth.
All right. All right. All right. There is a microphone which Mepa Machao, your microphone waha, ye bet to me, obia, assembly adawa kuma soa, opesa wokano. Wo bet to me, abejina mic no ho akasa. Ye wa market ninti no, ye be ma ye jadi for no more market na akasa first. Na musu betumi akasa bi. Obia wo ba wo 1 minute a wo de be kasa. Wo assembly a wo pese wo busa MP aspirants na wotumi bisa wo mu. Ana say ebia obia kan bibia ebia wo ne nya adwen a ana enye saa wotumi ka na obia ate say constituency way anyway na ekoso ebia nkasa wie nti okasa wie na bamba mo so why
So I'll just leave the issue of unemployment for a second. Let's go to sewage. I'm upset to imagine that you say by the end of the month our sewage woes will be over, and as if sewage is not. It is a fundamental problem in Tema Central. It cuts across all communities. Apart from the fact that existing infrastructure is woefully inadequate, apart from the fact that our streets are seeping and leaking sewage, we have a whole industrial area. Our light industrial area has no sewage infrastructure at all. So this is not a situation that we can address with the usual daily firefighting. You say even last week I gave them 2,000. They put a stick in. They unblocked the gutter at so-so-so road or so-so-so road. This is an issue that requires a national intervention. This is an issue that is on the scale of a redevelopment for Tema. This is an issue that is at the heart of Tema's, or especially Tema Central's, redevelopment needs. So the sewage issue is not a trifle issue. It is upsetting us on a daily basis. It is on our streets and in our bedrooms. It is in the bedrooms of residents of Tema Central. It is not a trifling issue.
Okay.
We are calling on the government to take a second look at the issue of sewage and to not leave it at the mercy of individuals. Hello? Our sewage issues cannot be left at the mercy of the ingenuity of individuals. It is a much larger issue. When it comes to security, I think that everybody knows that when it comes to lighting up Tema Central, this is a project that has been at the heart of the AB Bright campaign. From the first campaign in 2015, I gained the moniker Bright Lights because I put in a project that provided about 500 street lights within the Tema Central enclave. I worked with assemblymen and unit committee members to light up all the streets. Now let's go back to the lighting issue. Today, our security issues are a lot bigger than just street lights. If you go to the industrial area, the same industries which we are hoping will thrive and employ our youth, the number one challenge that they have is their security. Armed robbery, encroachment by squatters, and our inability to provide proper housing, affordable housing for residents is a major issue that is threatening the viability of businesses in the industrial area. So these are the security issues beyond lighting. But the lighting project, it will be a shame for him to take credit for, because that is my flagship project.
So both of you have been providing street lights.
Well, I'm happy that he's come on board and he's following in my footsteps as far as the street lights are concerned.
All right.
The next issue we have to do with roads.
Okay.
I'm sorry that
After
the
this
roads.
point, we'll go to the general public.
Yeah, I'm sorry that the roads issue is a major issue that he cannot make light of. The whole of the light industrial area, which houses our fabricators and our repairers. This is where we actually repair cars, damaged cars, and we produce ovens that are distributed all across West Africa. Our artisans, our technical and vocational activity is at the light industrial area. That place has no road infrastructure to speak of. The heavy industrial area, which houses DVLA, TOR, VACO, and all of those companies, which
no kwasem ne ya na pampampan no edo so kakra amaye cars ni chema de wo mo ye speed na anu odin de to so mienu ye besre ye hia light e wo market ya street light a ebobo ba bia ebetimi aboa yen because ya na akronfo ewia ye wodwom a wo de wade to okro anu ana yafa ya na nkrofo ewia yen de di wo bio no ye dwa na market no musima ye no yasramala yasramo emususwa market ni mususwa emususwa mayen ye pamuchao se no nso no monya hu bibi emayen mumie mu kakra emayen se de be ya ye betimi anya baabi atena na ye ho aha yen ena de atosu ebiem no nso no aha ena de atosu ebiem no nso no yasramo a ne ewo information center bi wa ha yetimi kasemu anka mu bei enum ne be ya announcement say TV3 fo bi pese omo ba ha MPP ni NDC fo pese omo ba ha no mo ne be kasa ye machines ni nyina sai enti apamo chaw momo de ama ye machines ni ye ya ne ye de bubo odwom ya asai momo ye mayen na yenya bi emfa mobo ye market ya no se de be ya ye betimi akasemu abatu yi bebe obi ba wonya machine bi akasemu mede mekasa echato yesremu aye ma aye digwa ye hiamoa ye hia sika amoa ya pamuchao mommoa ye ya damase
yes ma'am ya damase. No, we will have 6 comments and then we'll come to you. All right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, madam, thank you.
You have 1 minute, sir.
My name is Babatunde, Assembly Member for Horticulture Electoral Area, Tema Central. The patrol appeal any I drink check akra am I in penifo a omotiase son of Mesromo. Say Tema Central, you are very fortunate because about road you road most of your road moving forward no Mesromo say Yankopon adom obi bia obeba and obi bia obenya akonya no yenhwe your water crisis for now Tema anata Tema Central dey bia your two pipe mu you see ano Tema yen such a way say efie bia ewo washroom you see as a two pipe enfana obekobu obi nsuo obi mba o san akonya no ama onkobu nsuo semester at least every electoral area bia water reservoir and community mu moving forward no Tema first you say Tema you can say football Tema you say you produce most footballers by say share the course you coach football no egu into many for omo as so munya akonya so mbesum ya omo omani enko football side
no okay
that's also toss to be air sanitation
last point ni
my last point okay that toss to be air sanitation you share Tema you see one lines ni na SSA semester obi bi obenya akonya no omboa because you assemblyman all the ejuma but you enjoy common fan the ejane sitting allowance it's number be 8 me fa sa means ne enye nti empenifu no ye nyina mbra together na ehwe na develop community no same on sewage and as sanitation no you hwe asisi a border contractors na ye de community na hye omo nsa no omo nya effective isi abobo ya any truck pushers in omo ye aduma community no which are the akronfo eba community no obehwe obeje bola oje bola na na ko to infiltrate se aduma na pese no enya nipa ba ko aduma assembly no community members and obi bia na kan ubom na Tema Central enya kra behwe medawase.
Thank you. Yes madam. Hello
me pancho mi amijina mi didi Antoinette Avenogbo.
Yes madam.
Miss Ramu your constituency your major problem back manholes no sewage no. Yes.
Sewage.
A very serious issue.
Okay.
I've been one starting air tackle, which I recommend them. Miss Retu, issue no mutu tumuno. Where any NDC, any MPPSM, Obia is involved. Omutimi to 4 days, 5 days. What point fish up? I said, I'll call bread, I'll call pension. Ya youth no, Omunyejma. Obedu baby, I know more buamuano. Yes, I am nanomuna. Ya brush omono na ye di ebobo what is cash obasa we di 22 23 expecting say oye ejuma no di sikaba no obehu not baby obehu not bad influence na we num is say ade common aka me pa menum na asa we num aye common ye youth ni say it mama ye page ma ema youth no en fa ho say owo NDC owo MPP mama ye siesi o man no. We should look up to Yemba no a future. And a problem at that on yen solve it. Ni yen mana ye won't change no. Yen Bible say ene party ene beba on poor no nyejuma.
All right.
Party be ne beba on poor be no nyejuma. But when ba we see me party and me party. When ba say yen party that ejuma no da so da ho. Na yen tema mufuo no. Yen na ye bre. Choboy. Maka say
that was it. Me pacho akanipa 4 na ya baha ye besansa ba ho aha o say yes sir pacho me pacho ube kan bibi na say obi aboso dada ehu hia say won so obesa aka say yaka sewage ho asem yaka insuo na ye tum no pipe no ho asem yaka youth unemployment yaka we num ene enyoma ye ya emfata inti eno na won so ba be kan ehu hia so obesa aboso bi me pacho e kwanda ho
me dance your friend Smiler Audi Ibrahim Zampaligiri the more can say me chiachi ampanifo mo hani na neti vitro mo de dwumadie e ba ha sei e di ka me chia me madam me be bright ne ampanifo mo hani na ane Charles Watt ne mu ampanifo mo so ha the more can say madam me be bright ondi MP da nanso obae no oba osati se obepre akunya ni bi 2016 oche light ema assembly members na se we MPP ni se we NDC oche ma obi bia Tema Central ha se MPP ni bi ka se meboa na yese na constituency no woni mu bi ane number 1 ena biem se ya menemo kasai assembly ho no light ya awose omodema assembly members no omomfa mo mu biem ene na nde omode ye politics omode ye campaign mo candidates light ye fa nye politics ye cheche light ema assembly members eso omombo ewo mu community mu but ene mu bisa assembly members ne sa na ekoso ana na usa fi ho no mo a me be se MPP san form sambo omkoko Entra say ye to aba mo ye Tema Central omo say ye Bantama den no my Tema Central me da say enemo oh sir
you mo mani wie
then no mama sometimes enye kasana ho ni dia bahwema bisa mo ho mun defendi obi owia obewini power ni wia na fe de wa forget o ena de sato su bi ewu mate
me pacho bra me pacho why say what can wa say me wi mama me nkasa me pa mama
hello na
yes your friend saying now who how they say
me pacho me be say me bisa say Tema Central your city MP I already know he's doing fantastic work in the constituency. I don't know why for just 4 years they are changing him. Why? Nino is doing well. Why are they changing? He's a good MP. They should tell us why they have changed him. Nino is doing well. So we are asking the chairman. They should tell us why they have changed Nino. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Yes, madam.
Hey, they don't. Okay. Me pacho.
Yes, madam. Your friend
Poma.
Madam from Poma.
Me pacho, your friend from Poma.
Yes, madam.
Hey, papa transforming. Yeah, papa transforming. Ah, what you want? Or may MP, but or buy it. No, my own.
Yes, madam from Poma. I find that home. Calm your people down. Please calm your people down. Please calm your people down. All right, Madam Frempama, please. We can hear you on air. Yeti won't have a TV in the show. Into Casa or Mike and the better. Go to me, Casa. Casa, good Mike. Casa. Mami, Pacho Casa, why? Casa. One Casa, Mefa Mike Nadia Kose. One Casa, Mefa Mike Nadia Kose. Come on, all right.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, piano.
right. Madam Matias here. Yes, Madam Frempama, I find out.
Me pacho, you're from Frempama.
Kasagu Mike Nim.
You're from Frempama. Me pacho, we honorable task forcing. Or Mayor MP, but Obayan, a Juma Wayan, a man of Mutandiano, was support to him. And now, when
Me pacho, yet won't count.
Me pacho,
Kasa.
a man of Mutandiano table to me. Was support to him. What's on that? And now, what you have to fees. And a sewage. Yes, sewage. Why, yes, sewage. And last week in Grano, last week in what I sewage, every bright area, the area, of why yes, sewage. Last week, I was here, of why yes, sewage. Oh, yes, you ma, come to 7, opposite of Tema Wakwaya Bridge. The person beside the bright sun. Wake up 3 times in it. At the end, and why ama community. At the end, and why ama constituency. Because honorable task was on my MP. But why am your mother brave? What's the photo? All right. The person beside is 3 times in it. At the end, why am I you for?
Who be someone Every Bright? Every Bright on your MP Wahada. On your MP Wahada.
So when's on your MP?
Okay.
Yo,
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. On the 3 times.
All right.
And then why about constituency?
All right. All right.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Can we have some silence? Can we have some silence? Ago.
Amen.
Ago.
Amen.
Oh, my God, I don't know. I was in for TV3. Yeah, TV3. I see. I want both Honorable Charles Forson, a new parliamentary candidate. Madam Ibi Bright has also been a 3rd-time parliamentary candidate. Comparative analysis. Obi Awejina 3 times. What major significant development Ben and the Wayo Tema Central? Wajina 3 times. Ibi Bright. Is it just looking for power, just because of power, or ready to serve? She's not ready to serve. But the reason why she's not ready to serve, and it's right in her first one, she was bold enough to ask a new parliamentary candidate, in terms of employment, what has she done about employment? During assembly elections, recent ones, by-assembly elections are not supposed to be partisan. However, we had Ibi Bright lowering the standard of an MP and involving herself into what? Assemblyman member partisanship. Is he doing politics or is he to serve the community? Lastly, Ibi Bright has nothing for Tema Central. If she has something for Tema Central, by now she should have taken practical solutions for the youth.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just recently, Honorable Charles Forson has done a lot of manhole exercises. Okay, whereby the sealing of our waters. What has she done?
All right.
Ibi Bright should go and do her homework. She has nothing for the youth of Tema Central.
Thank you.
Honorable Charles Forson has empowered the young ones by giving them a certain.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let me come to our leader sitting in front here. All right, let's calm down. Let me come to our leader sitting in front here. I'll come back here. We'll take 10 comments from here. But first, let's listen to our leaders, see what they have to say, and then we'll go back to the open microphone. All right. Go. Charles Forson. Charles Forson, let me start with you. Right after Abby Bright spoke, you said you wanted to respond to some of the issues on youth unemployment and sewage, which you said you had practical solutions to. All right, please respond to them.
This contender was saying that you cannot do anything with 2,000 cities. By her own stronghold, to our bottom, we offered 50 people, 50 individuals, just 500 Ghana cedis. And it has transformed the lives of those people. Today, we are going to do the same, an additional 50 people. But because I am an employer, I know how much the value proposition for money. 2,000, if the person is skilled, the person can transform the 2,000 to a meaningful business. And all the 10 we are taking from all those institutions, they are making impact in their life. So she can go about saying that 2,000 cannot do anything for somebody. I'll give you a critical one. Just last week.
She didn't say 2,000 cannot do anything. She was asking that if you give them 2,000 cities each, are you adding opportunities, skills training, and things that will teach them
what
how
you are coming to do with
the 2,000?
What if you have 2,000? What are you going to do with it? We just don't dash. It's a grant, but we ask somebody says he's coming to use it for pork and fries. You don't need much. Somebody who wants to do Indomie, the person doesn't need much. And we are happy. In fact, you'll be amazed how much impact the money that we are impacting in people is doing there. I'm saying that if you live in a real business world, you know that even 500 can change somebody's life. And
all right.
50 people, 500 CDC additional capital, and the magic is doing in their life. Today we are doing an additional one for some 50 people in another squatter community. It's about impacting in people's life, and I'm saying that by December I would have impacted in the lives of 500 people by giving them a grant of 2,000 cities each.
All right.
Yes.
Now, when the open mic
and then the women.
Yes, the women have asked for specific things. Did you hear their questions?
She will acknowledge that we are fixing an additional electricity meter here. They've planted the earth and what have you. By next week, all the security lights will be fixed. It here requires a ramp. We need to talk to the assembly. I cannot on my own. I have the money to do it, but I need approval from the assembly to do it.
All right. Okay.
And let him say it. Was the NDC woman thinks that 2,000 cannot do it? We are coming to start a special purpose project here. We'll be giving grant to some 50 women. Interest-free loan. 2,000. And you see what it will do in their life.
Is it a loan or a grant?
A grant.
A grant.
Yes.
All right. Abi, some specific questions were asked directly to you. And you also had the market women and their concerns.
Let me add this. Her own sewer, 27. I fix it. Her own. I fix all on my own. What is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing?
Right.
You wait for leverages. No.
All right. Ebi, the gentleman in the black and white suit had questions for you, saying that you had run 3 times and he wanted to know the interventions you had introduced as a 3-time aspirant. All right, can I have your microphone, please?
Hello. Great. Hello. Thank you. So I'd like to respond to the specific issues raised. I'd like to respond to the specific issues raised, first of all, by the market women organizer. I think speed ramps. When we're talking about redevelopment, you need to consider what use the space is for and respond accordingly. So I think that needs to be incorporated. Now, she talked about the market construction.
Ago, please tell your people to calm down. Mr. Fossen, please tell your people to calm down. All right.
So she talked about the design of the new market building. And this is the point. We don't do projects just because we're responding to noise. You have to design sustainable projects. She's talking about the size. What kind of consultation went into the design of a space that is meant for them? Their needs and their wishes should be paramount. So I think there needs to be broader stakeholder engagements in terms of the projects. Also, if you ask the market women, they're not sure about the state of any of the projects ongoing. But this is something that the right accountability will take care of. Because if you carry people along with town hall meetings and involve them in the project, if you're committed to a level of transparency, they will understand the issues, the challenges to do with the project. They won't feel so hopeless. But I want to challenge the MPP that the lack of transparency in the project, the reason why there's not enough consultation with the market women is that even in the allocation of the final work, they're not going to have their needs met. Anyway, she talked about information center and how the channels of communication have broken down. For me, this is deliberate because the more people have their voices and they can speak up, the more accountability prevails.
You mean
the information centers, the broadcasting systems. So I want to promise the people of Tema Central that one thing I will assure them in the first 6 months of being MP is that Tema Central will have our very own radio station dedicated to Tema Central and its voices. We will have our own TV station dedicated to Tema Central and to amplify its voices. We have a lot of kids, we have the creative sector that needs space for expression and celebration. We need a constituency sanctioned and promoted avenue to explore all these avenues for our children. So this is one thing that I can promise her. So moving on for that, and I thank her. Now she was talking about funds, and that's why I asked the corrupt man who is sharing money all over the place. Because
why are you calling him corrupt?